Welcome to our deep dive into the life and legacy of Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina, a towering figure in the world of Renaissance music. Born between February 3rd, 1525 and February 2nd, 1526, in the small town of Palestrina near Rome, he rose to become one of the most influential composers of his time and indeed in all of Western music history. Palestrina is often celebrated as the central representative of the Roman school of composition, standing shoulder to shoulder with other musical giants like Orlando de Lassus and Thomas Louis de Victoria. His contributions to the development of church and secular music in Europe were profound, particularly his mastery of counterpoint, a technique that weaves together independent musical lines into a harmonious whole. With over 105 masses and 250 motets to his name, Palestrina's work was nothing short of prolific, but what truly sets him apart is his ability to reconcile the functional and aesthetic aims of Catholic Church music during the post-Tridentine period. This earned him an enduring reputation as the ideal Catholic composer, with his style becoming an iconic model of musical perfection for generations to come. Grove Music Online notes that Palestrina's success lay in his ability to balance the sacred and the beautiful, creating music that was both functional for worship and aesthetically sublime. His compositions were not just notes on a page, they were a divine synthesis of art and faith, resonating deeply with listeners and shaping the course of Western music. As we journey through his life and works, we'll uncover how Palestrina's genius not only influenced his contemporaries, but also left an indelible mark on the music that followed. From the grandeur of his masses to the intricate beauty of his motets, Palestrina's legacy is a testament to the timeless power of music to elevate the spirit and touch the soul. So, let's embark on this exploration together, discovering the profound impact of Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina, a composer whose echoes continue to inspire and uplift centuries after his time. As we delve deeper into the life of Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina, it becomes clear that his formative years were shaped by both personal tragedy and rich musical influences. Born in the town of Palestrina near Rome, to Neapolitan parents Santo and Palma Pierluigi, Palestrina experienced the loss of his mother at the tender age of 10. This early hardship, however, set the stage for a life deeply intertwined with music and faith. In 1537, a year after his mother's passing, Palestrina was listed as a chorister at the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore in Rome. This opportunity not only provided him with a sanctuary from his personal grief, but also allowed him to immerse himself in the rich traditions of liturgical music. Here he began to learn literature and music, laying the foundation for his future achievements. The young Palestrina's musical education flourished under the guidance of prominent figures. He studied in the school of the Huguenot Claude Goudimel, gaining exposure to diverse musical styles and techniques. Influential mentors like Robin Malapert and Firmin Lebel also played crucial roles in shaping his early musical development. During this period, Palestrina's style was significantly influenced by the Northern European polyphonic tradition, dominated by Netherlandish composers such as Guillaume Dufay and Josquin des Prez. These composers, who had spent significant portions of their careers in Italy, brought with them a sophisticated approach to polyphony that deeply resonated with Palestrina. Orlando de Lassus, a contemporary and advisor, further contributed to his musical formation, becoming a lifelong influence. Palestrina's career began to take off when he was appointed as the organist of the Cathedral of St. Agapito in his native city from 1544 to 1551. His talent did not go unnoticed, and in 1551, Pope Julius III appointed him Maestro di Cappella of the Cappella Julia at St. Peter's Basilica. This prestigious position marked the beginning of Palestrina's enduring relationship with the Vatican and the Roman musical scene. The publication of his first book of masses in 1554, dedicated to Julius III, was a groundbreaking moment. It was the first book of masses by a native Italian composer, modeled on the works of the Spanish composer Cristobal de Morales. This achievement underscored Palestrina's emergence as a leading figure in the world of sacred music. setting the stage for his future contributions. Palestrina's journey was not without its challenges. In 1555, Pope Paul IV's decree that all papal choristers should be clerical forced him to leave his position due to his status as a married layman with 4 children. Yet this setback only fueled his determination. He continued to hold significant posts at various chapels and churches in Rome, including St. John Lateran and Santa Maria Maggiore. The 1570s brought personal tragedies, with the loss of his brother, 2 sons, and his wife to separate outbreaks of the plague. Despite these hardships, Palestrina's resilience shone through. He considered becoming a priest, but ultimately remarried, gaining financial independence and continuing to compose prolifically until his death in 1594. Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina's formative years and influences reveal a story of resilience, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to the art of music. These experiences not only shaped his personal and professional life, but also laid the groundwork for his enduring legacy in the world of Renaissance music. As we move forward in our exploration of Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina's life and work, we arrive at a pivotal chapter where his mastery of polyphony truly begins to shine. Palestrina's compositions were not merely a reflection of his technical prowess, but a testament to his deep understanding of the human voice and its potential to convey divine beauty. In the mid-16th century, Palestrina's music began to embody the essence of polyphonic elegance. His works were characterized by smooth, flowing lines and an intricate weaving of independent vocal parts, creating a tapestry of sound that was both complex and harmonious. This approach to composition became a hallmark of what is now known as the Palestrina style, influencing countless composers who followed. One of the key elements of Palestrina's mastery was his ability to balance clarity and complexity. In an era when the intelligibility of sacred texts was a contentious issue, Palestrina's compositions stood out for their ability to maintain the integrity of the text while enveloping it in rich polyphonic textures. This delicate balance is perhaps best exemplified in his famous work, the Missa Papae Marcelli, which, contrary to popular myth, was not composed to save polyphonic music from the Council of Trent's supposed ban, but rather as a natural evolution of his style. Palestrina's influence extended beyond the sacred realm. His secular madrigals, though fewer in number, displayed his versatility and ability to infuse emotional depth into his music. These works, often overshadowed by his sacred compositions, reveal a different facet of his genius, one that embraced the nuances of human emotion and the beauty of poetic texts. Throughout his career, Palestrina remained steadfast in his dedication to the Church and its musical traditions. His tenure at St. Peter's Basilica and other prestigious Roman institutions allowed him to shape the musical landscape of his time. His compositions, numbering in the hundreds, include masses, motets, hymns, and magnificats, each contributing to his legacy as the Prince of Music. As we listen to Palestrina's works today, we are reminded of his unparalleled ability to elevate the human spirit through music. His legacy is not just in the notes he penned, but in the profound impact he had on the development of Western music. His mastery of polyphony continues to inspire and captivate audiences, ensuring that his music remains a timeless beacon of artistic excellence. In our final chapter, we will delve into the lasting impact of Palestrina's work and how his compositions continue to resonate in the world of music today. As we delve deeper into the legacy of Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina, it becomes clear that his influence extends far beyond his lifetime. One of the hallmarks of Palestrina's music is his masterful handling of dissonance. In Palestrina's compositions, dissonances are typically relegated to the weaker beats in a measure, producing a smoother and more consonant type of polyphony. This approach became definitive of late Renaissance music and solidified Palestrina's position as one of Europe's leading composers, alongside Orlando de Lassus and Thomas Louis de Victoria, following the death of Josquin des Prez in 1521. The Palestrina style that is taught in college courses covering Renaissance counterpoint is often based on the codification by the 18th century composer and theorist Johann Joseph Fuchs. Fuchs's seminal work, Gradus ad Parnassum, published in 1725, took Palestrina as its model and divided counterpoint into 5 species, now known as species counterpoint. These exercises were designed to teach students progressively more elaborate rhythmic combinations of voices while adhering to strict harmonic and melodic requirements. Fuchs's method became widely adopted and served as the main basis of contrapuntal training in the 19th century. However, it's important to note that Fuchs introduced several simplifications to the Palestrina style, such as the obligatory use of a cantus firmus in semi-breves. Later authors, including Knud Jeppesen and Roe Morris, corrected these simplifications to align more closely with Palestrina's original techniques. Despite these adaptations, the essence of Palestrina's music conforms to many of Fuchs's rules, particularly in the 5th species of counterpoint. Palestrina's approach to polyphony is characterized by a dynamic flow of music, minimal leaps between notes, and stepwise motion to counter any leaps that do occur. Dissonances are confined to suspensions, passing notes, and weak beats, and if a dissonance falls on a strong beat, it must be immediately resolved. A remarkable aspect of Palestrina's style is how his musical phrasing followed the syntax of the sentences he set to music, a practice not always observed by earlier composers. Palestrina also employed tone painting, where the music mirrors the meaning of the text. For example, descending musical motion might accompany the word descendit, descends, while a static musical moment might align with de coelis, from heaven. Palestrina's influence was so profound that even Johann Sebastian Bach, one of the greatest composers of all time, endorsed Fuchs's manual and arranged 2 of Palestrina's masses for performance. Through the centuries, Palestrina's music has continued to inspire and educate, ensuring that his legacy as the Prince of Music endures. As we listen to Palestrina's works today, we are reminded of his unparalleled ability to elevate the human spirit through music. His legacy is not just in the notes he penned, but in the profound impact he had on the development of Western music. His mastery of polyphony continues to inspire and captivate audiences, ensuring that his music remains a timeless beacon of artistic excellence. In our final chapter, we will delve into the lasting impact of Palestrina's work and how his compositions continue to resonate in the world of music today. Palestrina's fame didn't just fade into the annals of history. It grew and evolved, shaping the very fabric of Western classical music. During his lifetime, he was celebrated across Europe, but it was after his death that his influence truly soared. His music became a cornerstone for many of the great composers who followed him. Johann Sebastian Bach, a titan of Baroque music, studied and meticulously hand-copied Palestrina's first book of masses. In 1742, Bach even adapted the Kyrie and Gloria from Palestrina's Missa Sine Nomine, highlighting the enduring relevance of Palestrina's compositions. Felix Mendelssohn, another luminary of classical music, held Palestrina in the highest regard. Mendelssohn once wrote, "I always get upset when some praise only Beethoven, others only Palestrina, and still others only Mozart or Bach. All 4 of them, I say, or none at all." This admiration underscores Palestrina's place among the greatest musicians in history. The conservative music of the Roman school, known as the Prima Pratica, continued to be written in Palestrina's style by his students and followers, such as Giovanni Maria Nannino, Ruggiero Giovanelli, and Gregorio Allegri. Even as late as the 1750s, Palestrina's style remained the gold standard for composers working in the motet form. In the 19th century, Giuseppe Baini's monograph on Palestrina reignited interest in his work, reinforcing the legend that he was the savior of church music during the reforms of the Council of Trent. This scholarly attention ensured that Palestrina's music continued to be studied and revered. Contemporary analysis has highlighted the modern qualities in Palestrina's compositions, such as his innovative use of color and sonority, his attention to sonic grouping in large-scale settings, and his meticulous text setting. These qualities, combined with an effortless delivery and an indefinable otherness, continue to captivate listeners and scholars alike. In honor of his enduring legacy, the Cagliari Music Conservatory in Italy bears his name, and in 2009, German television ZDF Arte produced a film titled Palestrina, Prince of Music, directed by Georg Brintrup, celebrating the life and work of this extraordinary composer. As we reflect on Palestrina's influence, it is clear that his music is not just a relic of the past, but a living, breathing testament to the power of artistic expression. His work continues to inspire, educate, and elevate the human spirit, ensuring that his legacy endures for generations to come.